Good morning to everybody. I've been all up all night, and this has just been figured out here. We're gonna give it a minute, wait for a few folks to come in. Here went the notification. We let a few folks come in here. I will let the people know that comes in later. Watches this later. I made 2 videos yesterday on Southern Ideas. And one of them's where I took a road trip. Actually a good video. And then the other video was titled One More Loose End, No More Drama. Oh, them's 2 pretty good videos if you want to watch it. Hey, there's some people starting to roll in here now. So hello everybody, good morning. I've been up all night long. I was talking to a lady. Y'all don't know it, but well, no, you don't know this. But like I've told y'all before that KGB was pretty smart. And she brung something to my attention about this YouTube business. And y'all regular watchers, y'all have seen this. We've actually talked about it, like we didn't know what in the world was going on. So she brung this to my attention. Not me. But then when she did, we kind of started working it out and we figured something out. That's really important, especially for the name changers. There's a lot of name changers, a lot of them. Well, let me rephrase that. There's a lot of name changes. It's the same old people, though. Oh, I was like trying to figure out what's going on there on chat. And I want to say that Tammy had a real good video yesterday. I told her to get over there and have fun. Have fun. Make your video and have fun. And I'm still waiting around another few seconds. But I told y'all on Southern Ideas last night. I didn't get on there at 3 o'clock in the morning, but and we had over 100 people watching. 3 o'clock in the morning. When I told you I was going to make a video and tell you how to get a woman in 30 minutes. And I'm going to do that on my next video. So I'm going to give a tip to all the men and I'm going to tell the women how to avoid this. That real funny, ain't it? All right, so anyway, that's coming on Southern Ideas. I don't know when it'll be, but it will be my next video. It might be today, it might be tonight, but I'm gonna do it for y'all. How to get a woman in 30 minutes. All right, so I've hoed around about as long as I can. This what me and Kathy uncovered, and this is for the people that like to change their name. And sometimes they change their name to it, they bad. Sometimes they are bad under the name and then change their name and be bad again. And then some people like to be good under their other name, under their name, and then make another name and be bad. And believe it or not, we have that. You just might not realize it. We do have that. Okay, so a while back, and this is something y'all gonna all remember now, when in chat it was showing people's YouTube handle. And y'all remember that? We was trying to figure out what was going on. Well, like, why come it ain't showing my name? And so we all figured out it was showing your handle. And you only have one handle in the world. You can have a bunch of Tammy Hodges. You can have a bunch of Southern Ideas. You can have a bunch of Danny Stephen Hodgeses. But you have only got one YouTube handle. And most of us YouTubers have already made us a handle. We know about it. I've made Grandma a YouTube handle. That means you can just look her up. You can look up Helen from Georgia and it'll go to her name. Stephen has a YouTube handle. I have one in all my names. Okay. So they are testing this. Do y'all know what I'm getting around to yet? They are testing this. And if they go through with this, all that name change is going to be over with. And people's got on here and found out they can just simply change their name. They can get blocked and change their name, and then you got to block them again. All right, Miss Trudy, I will tell Tammy, and I will make sure that we do pray. Me and Tammy, we do pray. So you about got to figure that YouTube, see, this is a problem. This is a problem for uh, YouTube creators all over YouTube. And they know about it. We'll sure do it, Trudy. Well, it's taken them this long to get around to it. And when they swap over and they are already testing it. I don't think they pushing that vertical like they was. And I mean, I ain't been seeing a bunch of verticals show up. But if they start using your YouTube handle, and we have seen that, you won't be able to change your name. Because I'm telling you, we've seen it, y'all. You go in there and he's showing the YouTube handles. Everybody's talking about what's going on. And if they follow through with this, you know, that's all I know, y'all. And me and Kathy just come up with that just a minute ago. We can't read their mind, what they doing. But you know they gotta know. And see, these lives are getting bigger and bigger, y'all. There's no telling they murder everybody. There's no telling how many uh people are popping up with these lives every day. There's no telling. And I know like a bunch of y'all, hey, and I am sorry about that, Trudy. I know that is bad. Oh, I don't know what channel I see it on, y'all. But there's only 3 million people that has a Google AdSense account. There's only 3 million people in the whole world that make money on YouTube. That's hard to believe, ain't it? You would think, man, it was at least 30 or 40 million people. You are watching a bunch of people that are not monetized. So, y'all, this is great news here. You know, I know what Tammy would tell you, Rudy. You put your trust and your heart into the Lord. You ain't big enough. You ain't bad enough. You ain't tall enough. You ain't strong enough. You put it in the Lord's hand. Don't take things upon yourself. You do a certain amount of what's in your power, but you, what you call, give it to God. And I'm going to tell you something. That ain't a bad way to be, because that's what Tammy does. She turns everything over to God. Everything. And like trying to have faith in turning it over to God, you really don't need to second guess yourself. Well, God might not be doing it fast enough for you. And I do believe that about turning it over to God with all my heart. I do believe that. And I was making the big money. Tim wanted me to quit. I said, Tammy, I can't quit. Because I was working night and day. She said, God will take care of us. And you know, we've never missed a beat. $4,000 or $5,000 a month coming in less than what we had. 4 or 5 or 6,000 less. When I quit, that money was history. 4, 5, $6,000 a month. We still talk about that to this day. You know, I heard her say, you know, the other day when she got aggravated, she said, I said, you know, Tammy, you probably gonna hurt your channel. She said, I don't care if I don't have a channel. God will take care of us. And she's been right. All the way. All the way. The whole time. She was right. So I guess it's all right to have a little hope in yourself or whatever. But like when you can't hardly stand no more, you turn it over to God. And when she goes in there, in that bed, she sleeps like a baby. Ain't worried about nothing. And whatever it is, whatever God does is what he does. You might not want to pray for winning the lottery. It might be bad for you to win the lottery. You might not want to pray for money. That might be bad for you. What I'm saying is, you turn it over to him. You can help him a little bit. But don't fight him. One last thing, all this big old mess that happened. I knew there was a reason for it. And I do believe I know the reason. I felt like there was a plan from my heart. I felt like there was a plan. Why did this happen? This family like fall apart. Everybody mad. I might tell y'all one day, I said this on Southern Ideas. I might tell y'all one day, but I ain't fitting to do it now. I explained on Southern Ideas why I wasn't going to do it. I ain't going to explain it again on air. But I knew there was a plan. Because that was out of my character, that's out of Stephen's character, and that's out of Grandma's character. But there was a plan. There ain't no damage done, y'all. Nobody suffered no damage out of all this. Just want to let you know that. And everything's gonna be all right. You trust in the Lord. See y'all later. I'm gonna go get in the bed. Bye-bye.